Alright, so I've just been out walking for over an hour and I'm down at the oval now. I thought I'd do this video in the light so you can sort of see. This is like the car park here. There is quite a few people out tonight actually, but it's a public holiday. Anyway, start walking and talking. So, yeah, I just want to talk a bit more about, what happens when you sort of reach that state of samadhi and you understand that you're the self that goes beyond it all. You start to realize there's like this abundance of abundance of power, like abundance of energy that you can tap into, that and you start to work from that base that like your spirit, and you're not this physical form, you're more than that. And when you do that, like, you no longer, although like it's nice to breathe in all this pranayama and everything, that I just teach that as a way for people to start to waken up, because it's a place to start, right? It's a place to get that little kick that you might need to get you started, right? So you go out a few nights in a row just doing some deep breathing through your nostrils, trying to breathe in clean fresh air, and you'll start to notice how much it makes a difference, right? And so you start doing that a bit regularly, and then you start thinking, oh, maybe I'll start trying the meditation stuff, right? And that's how you start, really making progress. The meditation, I find, that's really good, rather than trying to do samadhi straight up, is just going into your heart center, the core of your being. It's pretty much similar to samadhi, really, because in samadhi you're trying to go into the core of your being, the very core of yourself, sort of thing. So, the more you go into that sort of heart center in meditation, the more you sort of see that inner space that has like the inner peace, the more it becomes fuller, and like the more you start to know where that space is within yourself, and the more you can like be in that space. And so the more you practice that meditation, the more calmer you're going to be, the less mental chatter you're going to have, and yeah, it'll really open doorways. And I just like to keep going out, and especially with all the fresh air, it's nice compared to like trying to breathe during the day. Like during the day it's fucked because there's just so much carbon monoxide. There's just so much like pollution in the air. Whereas at night, because of all the plants breathing out all that oxygen, it's just so much fresher and cleaner, so much nicer. Like I drink like purified water all the time, eat healthy, blah blah blah, yada yada yada. But like if you don't treat yourself right, you're not going to get anywhere. You've got to look after your physical vehicle, and it's that's where a good place to start is just with the breathing, right, at night. And that's what I do. So I walk around at night, deep breath in through the nostrils and out through the mouth, or full on pranayama, meditating, eyes closed, blah blah. Anyway, so but like I was saying before, right, so you actually get the energy from within. It's abundant, it's infinite, it's eternal. Like there's an abundance of it. You don't need the prana, but it's good for the physical body, right? The prana. You can bring all that energy in and from within, but it's better to sort of, I don't know, like only sort of use that energy for yourself, on yourself, like rather than, I don't know, like it's hard to describe really, but maybe I'll try and cover that in another sort of video. Yeah, it is a nice night. It's full moon again, but it's quite a lot of cloud cover, so you can't really see it. But anyway, sprinklers are going on the oval too, and it's pretty dark out. But as you can see, like I probably look like the kind of guy that's going to mug you rather than me getting mugged. So plus, you know, it helps knowing martial arts and self-defense. So I'm not very afraid at all to walk around at night. In fact, I pretty much have no fear at all because I know what happens when we die. And I might actually go into that now, actually, because it is something that I want to discuss, right? Yeah, because a lot of people, they talk about, you know, oh, this person, they passed on, they crossed over, they're no longer with us, like, you know, all that sort of stuff, right? They crossed over, they passed on. Where do they go? There's a veil, and there's the physical and the non-physical. They're never going to be able to detect the non-physical because it's not in physical reality. It's non-physical. You can't detect it physically. You know, you can theorize about it, but you can't detect it. Like human beings, we can detect it within ourselves and around us on a subtle level, and that's what it's about, right? Subtle energy and understanding, you know, sensing ability, like sensing that energy, right? So getting on to how, you know, what happens when we die, right? We cross over the veil, we go into the non-physical, and that realm is very much dreamlike. It's very much like a shared lucid dream. It's like astral projection and stuff, right? You go into different realms, different planes of existence, where the physics are can be different, time is different. Like you can skip forward in time, you can skip back, you can just instantly be at somewhere completely different or multiple places at once. Like there's no solidity to the physical laws there. It's more mental, psychic, and emotional controlled, as well as like there's like a collective consensus. It's just a lot easier to manipulate things there than here, right? So what happens is when you die, you go over to that part of the, you know, existence. But as much as you get good humans and bad humans here, in the physical realm, you also get that over there. So obviously you've got your angels and your demons and all that over there too. So it does make things a bit difficult for, you know, if you're not experienced with lucid dreaming or astral projection or anything like that, you don't know what to expect. You may or may not have a hard time going over there. You know, Christians, they refer it as like purgatory or the bardo. Limbo. It's the Buddhists that call it the bardo. Basically, like, you know, facing your fears, like pretty much instantly after you die. But you know, most NDEs will tell you that first you go through a tunnel and all that. But you know, the one thing NDEs have in common is that you sort of get what you expect, and that's exactly what happens when you dream. You get what you expect. It's the same here. You get what you expect. It's like self-fulfilling prophecy and all that. Law of attraction, blah blah blah, magnetism, opposites attract, and with energy, it's like it's all to do with resonance and frequency and all that. So it's the same rules apply. It's just the sort of density and the solidity of them over there is a lot less, a lot easier to manipulate over there than it is here. So if you can control things mentally in your dreams, you're going to have a very easy time over there. You'll be able to defend yourself, you'll be able to transport yourself to higher realms and higher places that are much better. There's like, you know, healing schools over there. There's beautiful, majestic places that you can just go and live in paradise forever. Or, you know, you can incarnate back here. And that is, again, sometimes by choice and other times not by choice. Sometimes if you die over there, it's like trying to force yourself awake from a dream. You force yourself into a new body here. But yeah, I could go into a lot more depth and all that. But I think this video is long enough, so I'll end it there. Alright, peace out.